With all this rain, it'll expose problems with your foundation. If you got water coming in, you're going to find out this time of the year. There's just the water tables up, it's coming from under the bottom, tons of rain over the top. Sometimes it's gutters and things are going to back up. If you got any kind of opening on your home, which can happen over time with expansion and contraction, you can get moisture in the home and you wind up with just, man, it's a sequence. You get water, and then that turns into moisture in the air underneath. And if you're not encapsulated, that can get into the walls and become mold. Now you've got problems with the sick air in your home. Ox Foundation Solutions handles all this. Everything from the bigger projects are most likely the home leveling, where they do the helical piers and can level out your house. And then you got the more subtle cracks that need to be repaired, and then removal of the water from all that, even the seepage that can cause water intrusion. They'll handle that. Then, of course, encapsulation, mold remediation, and removal. I'll tell you this, I've seen some people think they can handle that themselves. They get a little Clorox, go through the basement, or crawl in the crawl space and hit it a little bit. If there's anything left, it's going to grow right back. You've got to properly treat that stuff, get it out of your life, and get that home encapsulated. Ox does all of this. They'll be doing encapsulation for me later in the year with some home edition space that has a crawl space, unlike the rest of the house. Not very big space, but it needs encapsulation. I wouldn't want to live in there without it. It's oxstrong.com, oxstrong.com. We're going to start this hour with Maria. She's got another traffic update. We got a lot of traffic reports coming in today. Maria, what's he looking at, girl?
Well, let's hope you tell me that I'm one of the best traffic reporters, like you told that guy.
Oh, were you jealous? I think I hear a little. I hear a little dissension.
459 southbound before the 65 split, and it just happened. Fire truck was heading that way, rescue was heading that way, but it's going to cause a heck of a backup because one damaged car is over on the left lane and the other vehicles are over on the right lane and the right shoulder. So it's across all lanes of traffic.
That may be a better traffic report than our previous guy. AJ, who do you vote for? I'm going with Maria right now, mainly because she's on the phone and I'm kind of scared that she's pissed off. And Maria is so consistent. She's so good at this stuff.
Yeah.
You gave a good description, and I found that, Maria, on the traffic map. So you're saying all those lanes are blocked across 459. That would be some people give south and north directions. That if you're heading from 280 towards 65 or the Galleria or to Hoover,
Yes.
It's that lane, and it's backing up all the way to 280 right now.
Yeah, well, it's backing up way past 280. I just got on 280, but it's going to disrupt all lanes because again, the damaged vehicles in the left lane, and then the other vehicles are across the road on the shoulder and the right lane, and so they're trying to squeeze people all toward the middle. But yeah, it's gonna be bad.
That's rough. Maria, thanks for that update. That's going to affect us
You're
tonight,
welcome.
AJ. Thank you. Among the best, we've got the best caller traffic reporters. Do we still have normal traffic on the show? I get up and go to the bathroom during the breaks. That super excited guy, is he still with us?
No, I guess he's on vacation because we got that the young lady. Sounds like she just got out of school and was doing.
Remember
doing
him?
traffic.
We found out he had a nickname like Buckwheat or something like. He goes by a pseudonym on another radio station, and he
Yeah.
accidentally dropped the wrong. What was his name? It was like Wheat Thins, or I don't know.
Something like that.
Yeah, he had some CB handle, and he was doing a report for another radio station. He sent the wrong one to us. He goes, in the traffic center, haystack, whatever. It was something like that.
Good old traffic names.
Good job, Maria. The best traffic name ever, though. I think one of my buddies used to go by this. He'd do the radio helicopter thing. They'd actually spend the money. Can you imagine radio having enough money to do this? We can't even get the air fixed in the studio. They used to put a helicopter up and fly a guy around all day, and he'd give traffic reports.
Mm-hmm.
And he called himself Major Delay. In the traffic copter, Major Delay, and this guy's like, he was actually in a helicopter. And then I think they started faking it after that. Yeah, I'm looking at, let's just stick with this for a minute, because this will affect hundreds or thousands of people. So it's 459 back to all the way up to 280. And now I'm seeing all the way past the summit. It seems like another wreck right there, because sometimes you'll get little bumper cars when it suddenly stops like that and people roll up on it. And then that's backing up onto 280. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna have to go home through Aniana tonight. I'm gonna have to just go all the way around. It's bad all over the place. Maybe some of that will get cleared up. But she's saying that one is a multi-lane incident, and there's that. Y'all, they're putting in bridges while we're just on the subject across 280 in the Pump House Road area, and that whole area beyond Whole Foods and going out 280. So the cones have been up. The work's going to look good. I still can't figure out how what they're doing with widening all those lanes, but that work should be done pretty soon. They're going to be doing some nighttime lane closures. I didn't even pay attention to it when I came that way earlier this morning, but just know that too, on and off again as we get through summertime. And they are doing a lot of that work at night. I see them setting up usually when I go through there at night. All right, let's go back. Let me go back to the earthquake. We'll get back on the phones if y'all got other randomness. This isn't one of those news days where we get this one story just pressing us. We'll go back through sort of our checkdowns. There was an earthquake off the coast of Cuba that they felt all the way over to St. Petersburg, Tampa, Orlando. And so somebody finally did up a map. I was trying to guess at that distance. This is pretty amazing. That thing was registered as officially, and unless they go back and adjust it, it was a 6.1, is the second largest earthquake ever recorded in the Gulf. It was 6 miles deep in the ground underneath the surface or the floor of the Gulf. And somebody did a map and measured the epicenter all the way to St. Petersburg, 379 miles. It shook and rattled windows and buildings almost 400 miles away. And I guess in some cases, because there were reports that came in from all over Florida, that one television station said the lights hanging in their studio started rattling. They knew something was up. And I'm sure it was very subtle that far away, but they still felt it and recognized it when it happened. So, again, no damage reports out of Cuba. It's Western Cuba, so if it destroyed everything in Western Cuba, it probably did $65 worth of damage in that part of Cuba. But otherwise, keep an eye on the Gulf. You never know if these things are going to be sequential or if there'll be aftershocks. No reporting of any of that this afternoon, but a surprise earthquake of a pretty significant level. That's in major earthquake territory at a 6.1. Now, of course, we've mentioned it a couple times too. There was a 7.8 in the Philippines that did do significant damage, and there was a pretty significant death toll that was building early this morning our time when I saw that video come across. So the couple things there. The other bigger story tonight seems to be Trump showing up at an NBA playoff game. Now, AJ, catch me up because I'm ignorant. Who is ahead in the series so far? Is it
New York?
New York they won 2.
Yeah, they play again tonight.
But they got 2 out of San Antonio in San Antonio, right?
Yes.
And now tonight's game 3.
Mm-hmm.
They need 2 more to win outright.
Yes.
It's 4 of 7, right?
Right.
And then, so they're in the Madison Square Garden tonight. Trump showing up, so thus massive police and security presence. For hours this afternoon, they have pushed traffic back. Pedestrian traffic can't even walk past Madison Square Garden. But honestly, at a major event scale like this, they do this all the time in New York. They will push back and create a pretty wide security perimeter. They've got anti-drone technology. Trump will be in a box, one of the suites, with the owner of the Knicks. So he won't be down there on the floor hanging out with Beyonce or whoever goes to basketball nowadays. And they'll be running up and down the court, throwing ball in a hoop, and everybody will be all excited tomorrow. I saw somewhere online, this is the most expensive tickets in NBA history, that it was $10,000 available. Now, some of that's hype because the price gets run up in the aftermarket with the tickets that are available. Well, people were paying $10,000 a ticket just to sit in the cheap seats at the Madison Square Garden.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
There's not a sport in the world I'd pay. If I had it, if I was a billionaire, I still wouldn't do it. I'd feel stupid.
Yeah. Just for a game, then if that team wins, you don't get no championship, no nothing.
What do you mean you don't get a championship?
I'm just saying, like,
in your heart, you champions.
No.
That's what drives
I
college football.
Okay.
You got total losers out there that have the worst lives ever, but they can attach themselves to a college team's football success and they feel like winners.
Yeah, let me put that on the
That's how it
resume and
works.
see how that goes.
Yeah, I know. It didn't. But in their hearts.
Right.
they're champions. They'll put it all over their cars and trucks. Meantime, they can't pay the power bill. Okay. Yeah. So there's that, and then there's the World Cup. Auburn's got a friendly tomorrow night. I've been watching some of the coverage of that. I saw a headline today, and I'm not trying to poo-poo soccer. I'm still going to call it soccer because it's nicer than calling it commie kickball.
Or football.
Football. They call it football. So you got the World Cup starting off this week. I think tomorrow night. Luckily, the weather is going to be better. Auburn University hosts a friendly match at Jordan-Hare, and that should be fun. I know some extended friends and family that are going. That should be a big time. My kids live down there. I probably should have gone to something like that, but good event for the community as well. And as an Auburn fan, you get to have a sporting event in the stadium and not get your heart broken. So there's that. Because so far, for the last 5 or 6 years, that has not been the case. So, yeah, fun for that getting kicked off. I saw a headline today that said something like, is the World Cup in the United States finally going to be what turns America into soccer fans? And I was like, no, it's not. The tickets are hard to come by. There's 78 events. You know, and it's mainly a North American thing, so we don't have all the matches. Do they call them matches? I'm trying to make sure I got the lingo right. I know they call the field a pitch.
Oh, okay.
Is it are they going to call it, it's called Pat Dye Field inside the stadium. We're going to call it Pat Dye Pitch for one day. I got 99 problems and a pitch ain't one. I am not into soccer, but I could try to watch it. Is it televised? Does anybody know?
Yeah,
it's
the
Auburn
televised.
version.
I don't know if the Auburn one's going to be televised, but most likely it will.
I think all of them are to some extent. I mean, they televise all kind of stuff nowadays. Everything's available. So that'll be fun. I mean, just Alabama getting a piece of that, the state of Alabama. Other sports stories, not trying to turn into a sports show, but stream of consciousness. University of Alabama made Omaha today. Congratulations. Troy made it this weekend. I haven't been keeping up with college baseball either, but those games are fun if you do get into it. So the fans of those schools and all of college baseball will be able to dig into the tournament. One of my boys down the hall, Landrum, earlier today told me that the SEC has a shot. Maybe this has all been decided to get 5 of the 8 teams at the College World Series. The SEC would get 5 of the 8 teams. It's amazing. And I told him, I said, remember we used to be a football conference? He didn't think that was funny. Greg is on a cell phone. What's up, Greg?
Good evening.
Hey, man.
Rainy Monday.
Yeah, I know it.
Let's talk about the answer, soccer.
Soccer.
We're just the great unwashed here in the United States. I do happen to like soccer. Thanks to a friend from the UK who kind of gave me some insight into how in the English Premier League, how rivalries go, and just the passion of the fans, and I kind of get that, and I can equate that with SEC football, but just following generally the national teams. I like this. I would love to go down to Auburn and see that, but just that didn't work out with my schedule. But I planned to do it just because, hey, this is international sport. So I'm hoping that the crowd is great. I have a feeling it will be.
Yeah.
I watched the U.S. and Germany Saturday, and like near 70,000 people in Soldier Field, which was great. It was great to see. The last time we had anything like that near here was Olympic soccer way back in '96.
Oh, I went to that.
Some of the preliminary matches.
I went to that game. Wasn't it Venezuela? Yeah. I think it was Venezuela. I took my son. He was like 6 years old or 4 years old, and we went to Legion Field. Yeah,
I did the same.
Yeah. That was fun.
Absolutely.
Yep.
It was. And those are, and it's kind of a boring game, or can be, until I got a little education on it, so that now I am able to at least see some of the. I mean, there's no doubt these guys are athletes running up and down the pitch, as it's called, for 90 minutes. I mean, I don't want to do that. If I was going to do anything, I'd be the goalie, because I can just stand there. But the strikers or the midfielders, they're back and forth. So it does take a lot of energy, and you do see some of the setups. If you know what to look for as far as how a running a play, it's you got to be in the right position. It's a fun thing to watch, but it will never eclipse college football. Certainly, it'll never eclipse the NFL as far as here in the states. But that it's presented as this great answer. And I don't know if maybe everything's going on in college football, if they may not be able to slip in ahead with all the stupidity. They're going to kill the goose that laid the golden egg for a one-time big contract for a couple of years, and then
I don't see
college
that catching
football's
on.
not going to be watchable.
I don't see that catching on. But do you have a team that got you in? Because usually if you're going to dig into a sport and you've got to have a team that you pull for, and then that gets you into the rivalries.
Chelsea. Yeah.
Okay.
Chelsea in London. And that's just because my friend who sadly passed away a few years ago, he was a Chelsea fan. And that came from he was from Wales, actually. And during World War II, his mother was a nurse in London and sent him to that part of the city to stay with relatives. And so he became a Chelsea fan.
And who's the Chelsea rival? Manchester?
You'd have to say Man U, Man City.
Yeah.
Within the city of London, it would be Arsenal. So there's no doubt about that. Everybody has kind of a hate relationship with Man United because they were so good for so long, and then Man City has stepped into that role. They're just that good. Liverpool. I mean, passionate fans, and
do you stay up late at night? Do you tune in the middle of the night just to watch any of the matches, or do you just kind of
watch? Okay. I record and watch later.
He's into it. Everything I know, like as my friend just called me out, everything I know about soccer I learned watching Ted Lasso, and that's all I know is Roy Kent.
And what a great show!
Yeah, I know it.
What a great show.
Danny Trejo says football is life. No, I know that.
Hey, thanks, Leland. Have a good one.
Thanks, Greg. Hey, Jay, have you ever seen Ted Lasso?
Have not.
He's here. He's there. He's every effing where. Roy Kent. Roy Kent. That's one of the cheers. I learned some stuff. That's all I know. And you go to the pub, and you have a pint, and you bash your friend over the head with it if you score. Oh, that's right, AJ. And as well, your goalie is a wanker if he misses. I learned that on Ted Lasso. Eddie's on his cell phone. What's up, Eddie?
Hey, man, y'all talked about this earlier. I apologize. I've been listening about the last hour and a half, but I did hear a few minutes ago on the news where somebody from UAB had written, a letter or an article about Tommy Tuberville's domicile. And I was kind of curious what the update is on that. And if it ends up where he can't run, will we have to have a special election? And if so, is it going to be you or AJ that runs so we can make sure we got somebody that can beat Doug Jones' dumbass?
Yeah, no, I don't think it's going to be an issue based on the court precedent and the explanation about how the court defines domicile. You've got to have intent to stay somewhere, no intent to leave, and a presence. And he's easily demonstrated that already. So I don't think there's a fear of that. And if you ever hear about me running for anything, call the cops because somebody's got a gun and they're chasing me.
Well, I heard the article and I heard them explain it, but I think I knew more about it after I heard it because they mentioned the word domicile about 13 times.
Yeah, I heard Andrea said she was setting a record for how many times to say domicile in a newscast. She did it though.
It wasn't her fault. She was just reading it from the article.
She was reading it, yeah.
But I was really confused.
I think it was.
Actually, I was like a little freaked out because I'm like, what do we do?
Oh, good call, Eddie. I got to run. Good call, man. Yeah, I think there was a newsroom bet. Like, how many times can you say domicile? She did it. I'm proud of her. Y'all, Mandu is the way to get it right. Get it tight with electronic muscle stimulation. This is not a gym. This is not a gym workout. It's not messy. It's not a meat market. You got your own trainer. This is high-tech stuff. It's only 15 minutes. You can only do it every couple of days. It's that friggin' intense. If you've given up on gyms, don't give up on yourself. Go to Mandu and try it for free. Downtown Homewood. They've also got a location on University in Tuscaloosa and in Huntsville, MANDUU, Mandu.com. Y'all go see Paul and tell him I said, hey, Mandu.com. All right, y'all. Douglas Cooling and Heating next up here on the show, man. Douglas, that's my company. Gosh, they've been with me, and I've been with them for going on 17 years. I lose track. I just know it's as old as this radio show. That's when all hell broke loose one summer when my system died. You get loyal to a company that can bail you out like that, and I have trusted them for purchases, second opinions, regular cleaning. Right now, they're going to be coming out to do an expansion for me, checking on the rest of my system too in the middle of summer. This is who you can trust. If you have something go pop in the middle of summer when it's life or death with this 90-something degree heat, y'all, Douglas can help you out. These are the folks. They do plumbing as well, so know that. But for new installs, second opinions, emergency work, routine service, this is who I trust. It's Douglas. Call Douglas.com, license number 2017181. Call Douglas.com. Speaking of heat, we were just talking about the soccer stuff. I just saw a story during the break. The English team apparently has a match in Florida. I guess they're all doing friendlies right now. The heat is about to kill them. There's pictures of them like on the sidelines just sucking wind.
Oh, I do. Oh, it's so hot down here.
And then some guy said the British sucking on American soil has been a tradition since 1776. Bart is in
really
Clinton.
good no. Him not taking no for an answer.
Uh-oh, Bart's chewing somebody's ass. Bart, what's up, buddy?
Hey, man, what's going on, Leland? I was going to give you a
Who
call.
are you fussing at, Bart? Bart, we heard you breaking somebody down right there. What was happening?
Oh, excuse me. That was my grandson
There you go.
wanting to go play wiffle ball,
Mm.
even though he has state all-star coming up this weekend.
Oh, so you're saying he should dial it down and save his energy, or what do you?
Well, no, he should. You pick up bad mechanics when you're playing wiffle ball
Yeah,
versus hitting a real baseball.
yeah, I understand that.
Now,
Yeah,
there's a wiffle ball league that I be seeing, and those guys take it serious.
yeah, yeah. You got your swing and the contact with the ball is completely different.
Mhm.
So you're saying, now how old is your
Yeah.
grandson, Bart?
He's 5 years old.
On his ass at 5 years old by the
Hey, there
swing.
you go.
That's the way you do it, Mark.
He
American.
is a player that he's my retirement plan.
Oh, I got you.
So
You already got him in the major leagues. I got you.
what he thinks he is. I mean, he's got the necklace and he's got the sleeves and he's got the
Oh.
eye.
Does he
Oh,
have
yeah.
like
Oh, yeah,
superstitions before he plays?
He plays the part. No, he just wants to dress. He wants to have all the
Got all the
accessories,
bling. Yeah. Have you seen these little league
everything
kids
that
now?
goes along with it.
They wear all the major leaguers. They'll wear the little chain and
Mhm.
they do the. Does he have a walkout song, Bart?
He does, Leland. Tell you the truth, if you ever saw it, he does I said I'm gonna start calling you Conseco or something like that because he goes up and does the shoulder kiss to the sky.
Yeah, that's his
I
ritual.
mean-
Every time he hits, he does that little.
Well, what's his walkout song? I'm just gonna play it for us while we talk. What's his walkout song?
I tried to get him to do the Nazareth hair of the dog, but
Yeah.
they wouldn't. That was my kid.
Yeah, son
I'm
of a yeah.
58. This is my grandson.
All right, I got you. Yep.
So we rock and roll. But no, if you want to rock and roll by AC/DC, that's what he likes.
Okay.
He likes the bagpipes.
I like that. The bagpipes are good. So do they actually play this at the Little League games nowadays? Do the kids get their own little walkout music?
It's just a mom that's got a phone, and they kind of pick. And I didn't
I
have
see.
anything to do with that. I'm
Yep.
just a spectator, and all I do is just remind him
Yep.
that again, mechanics when they're wiffle balling, they'll step out.
Yes.
You have a 4-foot long bat. You can step out and still make contact with the ball. Well, with a baseball,
right.
he has to step straight, and he's got ability. I mean, not saying that because he's my grandson, but at 2 years old, he was hitting a ball, a little plastic ball, and I should have made videos of it and everything else. I could be a phenom like that other little kid, and who knows where we'd be. But I do apologize.
Well, at
for
5, I mean, how much
radio
can you expect? You think he would have already been a YouTube phenom if we had tried harder? Is that what we're saying, Bart?
Dude, they've got a kid that is a man has a little boy, and he's awesome. I mean, he pelts it. I think he's 2 or 3, and he just opened up for the Kansas City Royals through the opening pitch. This was like
So
last
have
week.
you told your grandson he's just a total loser because that didn't happen for him?
Oh, absolutely not.
I'm
We're
kidding.
working
I'm
on it.
being
We're trying to work the angles and get some kind of financial game plan. There's got to be some way to make money out of this situation. I
Bart, how many
I
times?
apologize to you. Oh, yeah.
No, I'm loving this. Have you ever been thrown out of a park? This is all I want to know.
Man, I got arrested twice at LSU when this was 83, 84.
I knew this.
They, and then, all you had to do was go around the tent and pay your fine.
Right.
Because in Louisiana, back then, you had to pay your fine on the spot.
No,
Even
stop
speeding tickets.
right there, though. You're saying you got arrested at a ballpark?
That would be, that's correct.
Okay, what did you do?
Statute of limitations probably already
What did they
out.
say you did? Yeah.
Me and Miller Lite was we were ready
Understand.
to just, get on everybody.
That dude will get you in
LSU
trouble. Yeah.
LSU back in the day, you couldn't even when we went to a tournament, or especially when we played LSU, we would rent a hotel downtown and walk to the park because
Hold on.
they
Who
saw
is
your
we?
car there.
Who is your team? The Tide?
I'm a Razorback. I'm sorry.
Oh, I got you. Okay, I'm filling in some gaps. So it's Arkansas versus LSU, and you go down there, and it's on.
That's correct, and I had a very good time, and the game wasn't going my way, and I'm mouthy, they're mouthy, and I was ready to carry it to the next level.
And this was baseball or football?
Baseball.
Okay, all right. I like these passionate baseball fans. So you were basically telling them, "Don't start none, won't be none," and the Miller kicked in, and then what?
Well, we just mouthing, and they LSU has always look. Back then, it was gorilla ball. I'm talking hardcore aluminum bats.
Oh, yeah.
And that would be the scores back then were 15, 16, 17 to 10, 11, 12. It wasn't like it is today. When they had hitters, and it went long. It was awesome. It was an awesome time to be a baseball fan. But just mouthing the regular him and haw and whatnot, and I was told on several occasions, about my team, and I was just being a fan and a true pig suey, and they didn't appreciate that, and I didn't appreciate them. The you doggers! I wanted to go.
I got
oh
you.
my God! I wanted to go.
Did you tell them they smell like corn dogs? They hate that when you do that to an LSU fan. Just go up and go.
I've got
smell corn dogs.
I've got a buddy that lived in my old neighborhood in Calera. His kid is 6 foot. I think he's 6'6". He's a sophomore in high school. 6'6". He's around 300 pounds, and he's being recruited heavily already. And we call his dad Tiny.
Of
His
course.
dad's probably 6'4". He used to be around 400, and he's dropped quite a bit of weight. But I called him a corn dog, and he's got a good sense of humor until football.
And then he wants to
fight. He just walks. He walks. He leaves.
Bart, what did they arrest you for when you got into it with the LSU fans?
It was public intox.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so you wouldn't do that at the Little League field. Now that we're fired up about the 5-year-old, we
no sir,
get thrown out.
Leland, I'm actually, just so your fans, all your people know, there's always hope, because I was one of those that had no business drinking in the first place.
I got you.
I never could tap the brakes, and it seemed to get me in a lot of trouble. But I haven't had a drink in over 17 years, so I don't have to worry about that anymore.
Good for you. And
yeah, everything. It's amazing. I haven't paid an attorney since. I haven't been to court since. I haven't been to jail. It's just remarkable what happened.
Well, Bart, I'm loving all the stories, man, and it all started because you were yelling at the grandkid to get off the wiffle ball because he was about to
Well, again, wasn't actually yelling at the grandkid. I was yelling at the grandmother, because we've already had this conversation.
Starts with mom,
My grandson
right? Yeah.
stays with us during the summer.
Yeah.
She's a teacher, so she's a retired teacher, so she gets to stay home, and we keep him. We get him on Sunday, and he stays till Friday afternoon. And there's some kids in the neighborhood. He finally met some kids in the neighborhood. They're a little bit older, but still they love to play ball, which is great. It's just I carried him this morning. They played. He's playing out in the Moody for the Moody Park League.
Yeah.
And they played in their district, and they were runner-up. Gardendale had a pretty spicy little team for 5-year-olds, and with them being runner-up, that made them eligible for the state tournament. So we'll go to Oxford and play in state, and I told my wife, I said, we're going to have an issue about him wanting to. He just hooked up with the little boys in the neighborhood. They love to play ball. They would play it 24/7 if you'd let them. But it just bad habits come with playing wiffle ball. So I told him, I said, I will entertain you as far as baseball. You just have to lay off. You and your buddies ride your bike or go roll yards, whatever you want to do, but no wiffle ball.
Or get those poons to play hardball with him instead of just the wiffle ball. They need to man up.
Well, again, just getting him started because he's 5, and most of these guys are probably 7, 8,
The
or
older
older,
kids, I got you.
maybe 9.
Mhm.
But again, I watched them play. I have a fence in my backyard. I've got a perfect diamond Field of Dreams in my backyard down here in Clanton. That's why I bought the house and moved down here.
Have you built him a batting
But,
cage yet?
No, there's a guy down the road that has a batting cage already set up. So we've got that. But
I had
I
a
carried
friend
him
that
today
did
and
that. Yeah.
threw him. Yeah, I mean it's great. You don't have to chase balls all over the place. Today I carried him down to the park and pitched him right at 90 pitches, and he would hit 5,000. You couldn't, and I'm glad he loves the game. But his papa, kind of hurts the next day. So I pitched him
I guarantee it.
right about 90 pitches, and then we went to the field and I hit him 40 pop flies and 40 grounders.
See,
So-
this story right here is why soccer is never going to catch on in America because
I
this
don't.
right here.
My great nephews and nieces, which are from Arkansas, they were really big into it.
Yep.
And I went to a game or two, and just nothing. I mean, my grandson, Leland, listen to this. Again, he is all about fashion. He came out the other day, and he had on these god awful colors and these long socks over his knee, and I said, "What is this?" And it had some kind of team on it that I couldn't pronounce, so I figured it was. He said, "This is Columbia or something." And
he's pulling for a soccer team in the World Cup.
Yeah. And I said, "You're not going. You're
America,
not,
son.
No,
Yes.
you're not wearing that. With me, you can wear it with your mom, whatever the case may be. But I'm gonna have to bow out of this."
Tell him you're going to call Tom Homan on him and deport his ass. That'll
Well,
straighten
his
him
last
up.
name is Juarez, but
See,
he's,
there you go.
he's
He
legal.
needs to watch what he's doing. That's dangerous. So, how many
But
times?
he's a good kid.
How many times has he seen The Sandlot?
He's seen The Sandlot. I would say probably 2 to 3 times, and if I was to go in there and turn it on right now, he'd watch the whole thing.
Well, I will come watch it with y'all. That's one of my favorite movies. You throw
Well, come on,
baseball like a girl. AJ, have you seen it? Have you
Oh,
seen, AJ
yeah.
seen
I
it?
used
We've all
to-
seen it.
oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Classic.
Oh, it's classic, and like I say, I'm grateful that he has. There's so far the kids that he's met aren't indoor nerds that like to
Tech nerds.
let me rephrase that. That like video games and play Nintendo all the time. These kids ride their bike.
Good for them.
We met them. They were going through the neighborhood wanting to wash people's cars while it was raining.
Very
But
nice.
it's, the thought that counts.
That's right.
And that's
right.
when we met them. And I'm glad that they have some athletes here. And one kid's got a pool. That's a plus. So
Absolutely.
know,
yeah. He's the
we
He's
did
the
it pretty
hangout
big
kid,
so
yeah.
far.
That's good stuff, Bart. I'm loving the stories. What else did you have for us? I just had to dig into that. That was just fascinating to me.
Well, I heard you earlier, and heard you talking about the College World Series. And I'm one of those that I had 2 boys that played ball. My daughter played softball, and they actually traveled. And at the time, I'd gotten a divorce, and the ex wasn't interested in their sports or whatever. That was on me, and I paid for it and all that. So when I lived in Calera, I had several good parents, and I said, "Look, my kids were born in 95, 96, and 97. And if you ask me, no, heck no, I did not plan that. As a matter of fact, on the last one, the Lord wanted me to have a child, if you know what I mean, because I went to the doctor and did what I was supposed to do, brother. But when the man has a plan, he has a plan.
So they named him Houdini.
Well, it was a little girl,
Oh.
and named her Taylor, and she's got me wrapped. But
I
she was a
understand that.
catcher.
I understand that.
She was a bulldog, so she traveled. So I would just I'd load up bags, get $40 cash apiece, hand them off to a parent, and say, "I'll catch up with you one day." And I went from Coleman was really getting big in the travel ball back then.
Oh yeah.
Calera, they were building the fields down in Calera. The mayor at that time was real big in the travel ball. They've got a heck of a complex, and so we and again, one year I would have both my boys on the same team, and then the next year they'd be on separate teams due to age. You follow me?
I do.
But I had a blast.
Bart,
And had a friend that worked for Hibbett's. He could get SEC passes.
oh yeah.
So we would I would carry his kid and my kid one day. They'd eat, watch ball, take a nap on the bleachers, wake up, and we didn't go home till they made us leave. So
You're the most
we're
hardcore baseball
people.
fan I've talked to in a long time. Bart, I love the stories, man. I appreciate you calling. I got to get a couple things done before they make us go home.
All right. Well, I hate that. Let me tell you this real quick. There will be 5 SEC teams in the
Yep.
College World Series. Oklahoma beat Kansas today, so Alabama and Oklahoma will be playing each other. Texas and Georgia will be playing each other. Ole Miss will be playing North Carolina. So we did good.
Pretty
and
good.
just give
and
me.
Troy.
I'm on ask. Yeah, man. Which I'm from Arkansas, and I was pleasantly surprised at UALR. They had a pretty good program, so that was a good match all the way around.
Well, Bart, what else you got? Because the clock's getting me.
I'll get you. What's going on with the SAVE Act?
It's dead.
I,
Republicans are a bunch of non-Kiwi poons. They are not ever going to do the right thing, so it's dead. It's dead. It's dead. The system killed it. Thun's a poon. The establishment wins. It's dead. They'll keep talking about it and acting like they're going to do it. They're not going to do it.
Well, surely Trump had said something about, and again, I'm talking about something that's completely off, but I haven't been able to keep up with you, and that's kind of what I thought. But then again, I saw all these, all these Republicans that could be wishy-washy, all of a sudden go in, we saved for the SAVE Act, and they got 50 votes.
They're two votes short of a simple majority to get J.D. Vance involved, and Thune's not going to do anything to go out of his way to change that. It's just the Republicans. They don't know how to fight. Not all of them, but there's not enough of them, and there never will be because of the way we elect people. So, Bart, I got to run, buddy. I enjoyed the stories. I appreciate it. I had to dig into the whole baseball thing. AJ, these baseball folks get intense, man.
Oh, I know.
You soccer fans don't know anything about it.
I have no idea.
Danny Knowles is with the Knowles Group. You talk about intense. He raised his boys well. They decided to follow in his footsteps as they grew up and became fine young men. They get all of their talent and looks from their mother, Sherry. Danny, meantime, gave him a job. I kid him. He has trained them so well. They're such fine guys with such good advice. You can hear them on their radio show on the station on the weekends. But otherwise, if it's just time to get a fresh set of eyes on your money, whether you're already retired or heading that way, let Danny Knowles and his group take a look. Y'all sit down and see if it's a fit. It might not be. I think it will be. It's the KnowlesGroup.com, Noles, and listen to their show, Understanding Money, on Saturdays and Sundays here on the station. The KnowlesGroup.com. Man, I got a lot to do here in the last couple of minutes. That last segment ran a little bit long. Let me first talk to you about Lanius Furniture Company, Launius, LaniusFurnitureCompany.com. Man, they've got the furniture, and Reggie last week sent me, they got in a new load of sectional stuff. Some people love those. Those are great for overflow space, movie rooms, sort of open areas, whatever. They're modular. You can move them around, buy the pieces that fit. This one picture he sent me was massive. These things had what's called the power chassis. Sounds like something on a truck. You hit a button and the thing will recline for you. Built-in reclining, just beautiful. Lanius Furniture Company in a little small town called Kimberly, Alabama, right there off I-65 off exit 280, LaniusFurnitureCompany.com. And then one more time for Distinctive Pools. That's Gary Levesque and his team. Man, just the ability to get out there the rest of summer. I mean, they can have one knocked out by midsummer if you get them to work, and then be able to enjoy it in the fall. We've been talking a lot about sports, and here comes, man, before you know it, it's football season and fall weather and watching movies outside and a little fireplace. They do hardscape and pool work at Distinctive. So y'all reach out to Gary if you want it built right. Get a veteran, not only a military veteran, but an industry veteran of both pool building and hardscape stuff. It's distinctivepools.com. Oh, and we didn't Thomas didn't call in, did he?
No, he did not.
Well, let's talk about them. You can finance all this stuff, all these things for your house with a nice home equity loan or anything along the lines of all their products at SaveWithStockton.com. That's a site they set up at Stockton just for this audience. So when they know when that phone rings, when you go to that site and call from that number, you're calling from this show. And I'm just saying, I think you get a little extra special touch. They love this audience. Y'all have been so good over the years. Don't try to figure it out yourself. Just call them and y'all start talking. That's how it starts. Build that relationship. You may be surprised at what they can get done for you that you thought wasn't possible at SaveWithStockton.com. See y'all tomorrow.
Breaking Bay coming up next. Goodbye, AJ.